Hi, this is my module 13 reflection. Um, so the first question I'm supposed to answer is after reviewing the copyright and fair uses website, which areas surprised you the most as breaking copyright laws or not meeting the fair use criteria? The ones that were so surprising to me, probably because I have done them and I've seen teachers just countless times use these, are just right at the beginning. It lists four, and it says, have you ever incorporated an innovative online graph into a math teaching lesson, copied a video documentary to show during a classroom history lesson, created a science unit by combining a variety of text and online resources, posted to your school website a class picture taken by school photos. Um, this is just so surprising to me because literally I've used this multiple times. I don't know how many times I use online resources to complete projects, to make presentations, to do all those things, and it just never occurred to me that these things might be copyrighted and that technically like I would be breaking the law and there's like many other people breaking the law by using these things. I didn't realize that like innovative graphs and using those in a lesson is considered um, teaching is considering copyright or like using somebody else's material for your production. I didn't realize that was illegal. The thing that really actually was probably the most surprising is the video documentary, because I don't know how many video documentaries I've watched like in a classroom setting, especially like a history setting. We've watched so many, and they're just great resources to help teach, but using those wrongly is copywriting. Um, so what examples, second question is, what examples have I experienced where educators have broken copyright laws or fair use policies? Is that really that big of a deal? So yeah, a lot of those four things that I saw listed there are a lot of the things that my teachers throughout high school and college have used, especially videos and innovative graphs that they probably have not made, but they've used it off the internet somewhere, and it's just helpful for the kids to see it and to use that to spur on their learning. But yeah, the videos, the documentaries for sure. I don't know how many history documentaries we've watched over the 20s, the Holocaust. There's just so many videos out there, but using those outside of the copyright laws is illegal. And is it that big of a deal? I mean, it's illegal, so yes, it is kind of a big deal. Um, Honestly, a lot of this just seems like just a lot of hoops to jump through, and it kind of is overwhelming. This whole section is just overwhelming. The whole copyright 10-page lesson over how to not copyright. Like it just seems overwhelming in my mind, and it seems like a lot more work to avoid all this stuff, and it'd be a lot easier just to post those videos, which makes sense why teachers do it. And honestly, like if you haven't looked into this stuff, like you wouldn't even know that you're copywriting anybody. Um, just because you don't think of those things, you don't think of sharing a documentary as copywriting somebody. But it is according to the law. And the fair use quiz, I did not fare so well. I scored 58, so that's not a very good one. So I think the question was, what questions surprised me? I think one, a teacher rents Gone with the Wind to show the burning of Atlanta scene to her class while studying the Civil War. Um, I think this surprised me just because it seemed like it was the opposite of what I just read on that showing a documentary was copyright, but if you rent it, then it does count. Like it is fair use. It's if you're like using their material. A second one would probably be a media aids tape tapes 60 minutes every week in case the teacher needs it. This is fair use, and that was actually false. If you videotape a 60 minutes, just in case the teachers need it, that is copyright, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I don't totally understand why, and it doesn't. It's some of these things. It's just like hoops to jump through. That you have to know all these different laws and different things. Like you can rent documentaries, but you can't tape shows and show them in your classroom. Like it just seems like a lot of hoops to jump through. But yeah, those are a couple questions that had kind of surprised me, and but yeah, thank you for listening.